All right, good evening, everybody. We are so excited to be on here tonight inside of Wi-Fi Wealth to share with you a little bit about us over the last 6 years. So over the last 6 years, we have been part of this cloud-based business, which has completely transformed our family, our marriage, our finances, our freedom, and we can't wait to share that story with you guys tonight. So feel free to drop in the comments below any questions that you might have, or what's changed for you since you said yes. So I thought it'd be really fun. First, I'll introduce my husband. This is Ryan.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Blair. And we live in South Florida. We have 2 boys who are 16 and 14. I don't know how that happened.
So when we started, they were 10
and 8.
And 8.
Mm-hmm. Crazy,
like
right?
A lifetime ago.
Feels like it for sure. And Ryan's in real estate. And we both have built this business together, but for me, it's my full time. It is my passion. It's what I get to do full time, which is so amazing. So we thought we'd share with you guys, kind of like take you down memory lane and kind of share like about what this product did for us, because that was really where it all started. And then what happened when we started to look into the business opportunity. So Ryan, I'll let you kick it off, sharing a little bit about or maybe I should start since I started first.
Why don't you start, babe?
Okay.
You go first. I'll fill in the gap.
All right, awesome. So like we said, we've been on it for 6 years now, and 6.5 years ago, a friend of mine reached out to me, Elise, and said, "Hey, listen, I think this product will help you with your energy. It'll help you sleep better at night, help you get rid of your headaches and neck discomfort that I was having almost every single day at that point."
The money's amazing.
Yeah, she did mention the money a lot, and I was like, at the time I was selling jewelry, and I was like, I can't imagine selling a vitamin supplement. Like, that's just not really my thing. And honestly, I've taken vitamins my whole life. Yeah. And Ryan might not know this. I don't know, he may. But, like, I had a whole cabinet in our kitchen full of all kinds of stuff.
I saw them all.
Like detoxes, cleanses, vitamins. Yeah, like you name it, I've tried it, right? I always wanted to support my friends, or if they said something was great, I wanted to try it. And so I had all this stuff. I never felt different on it, or it was too complex to follow through with. Like you have to do different things throughout the day or eat different than the rest of your family. Like that's just too much for me. Mm-hmm. So finally, after months of my friend Elise sharing about the business and about the product, I finally decided in July 2014 to try it for myself. Quite honestly, just because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Right. And I saw a lot of our friends get on the product and rant and rave about how awesome they felt. A few of them even hit auto bonus with the company, which means the company was paying for their car every single month. And they lived in like rural Montana. And I was like, wow, if they can do it, I could totally do it here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But I would have to love the product. And so I ordered it for myself, didn't even tell Ryan. When it came in, I love the simplicity. So if you've never seen it, it's a 3-step system. Wake up in the morning, take your capsules on an empty stomach, wait 20 to 40 minutes, take your lifestyle mix, which is full of pre and probiotics, enzymes, amino acids, and then you put on the DFT, Derma Fusion Technology. You have yours on, babe?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't show it.
Oh, inappropriate. So that's it. 3 sets for the rest of the day. I didn't have to think about it. I loved that. Yep. I didn't really notice all that much the first couple of days. It was morning of day 4. I realized it didn't hit my snooze button. I jumped out of bed. I felt refreshed. That was new. Because whether I had 5 hours of sleep or 10 hours of sleep, I was always tired. So that was interesting. And at 4 o'clock that afternoon, when I normally would be like looking for sugar or caffeine or even a nap, I felt amazing. I felt just as good as I did at 7 a.m. And by Saturday, Ryan took notice.
Right. And that's really why I wanted to try the product, is that I noticed a distinct difference in Blair's energy level. She was up and out of bed, and everything was, she was going 90 miles an hour before really I even had the covers off. And then at night, with having kids at 10 and 8, she had energy for us at the end of the day. So it wasn't, short, curt answers, still getting things done and still, taking care of everything, but she was energetic and had more time for me, for the kids. And it was just really kind of completely changed the environment of our home. And I was like, I've got to try this. If it works, I see the difference. I want to try it.
So how many of you guys can relate with that, like the curt or the shortness or the getting annoyed and frustrated at each other? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's really hard not to be that way when you're tired or when something in your body is, aching and uncomfortable. And so,
or you work all day, you have 2 kids, you're taking care of everything. Like, I understand it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's not like you were just twiddling your thumbs.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah, shout out to all you moms and dads out there. So, so the next thing was Ryan's like, give it to me, whatever this is, I want it. So I actually set him up. He ordered underneath me. In case you guys don't know, if you refer two people, whether you're a customer or a promoter, you get your product for free the following month. So Ryan was my very first customer. And I immediately started telling other people about it because I felt great. And they were noticing the difference in me as well. They were, I can remember one of my friends was like, oh my gosh, your skin looks so good. What's going on this week? What's your new skincare line? I'm like, it's not even skin. It's literally these vitamins that are filling in the nutritional gaps that I obviously didn't even know I had them. So that's kind of when we started to look into the business side of it. So we're like, wait a minute, these people are going to be ordering. Ryan's an entrepreneur. He's like, let's look at the business. So what did you notice first?
Well, my first question was, how much does it cost to get started? Like, how much product do you have to buy to get started? What's it going to cost us? Where are we going to store all this juice or whatever? So that was my first question.
Yeah, which is a great question.
And then very simply, it was auto bonus. It was, you can earn this much cash if we do this. I was like, that sounds fantastic. But the best thing is that it didn't cost you anything to get started.
Yep. So that was very huge for me because at the time, like I said, I was selling jewelry, and even Ryan with real estate, starting your own company. I mean, how much money does that cost?
A fortune.
Right. And so
More
the fact
than I knew.
right. And we honestly, when we heard it was free, we were like I feel like skeptical about that at first, because how do you start a business for free? Right. But literally there is 0 fees for the year, 0 app fees or website fee. They give you a website that you can use, and any inventory that you purchase is your inventory. So you don't need to have extra stock. We always like to have extra because it always seems like we run out of something, and we hate running out of things. We're like those Amazon's, stock full people. And so we always have extras, and neighbors stop by, people stop by. They always are like out of something. So we like to have a little extra, and maybe a little extra to sample people.
Which also speaks to the product that people don't even want to miss one day. Because now that you've felt this new normal and you have all this momentum and your body feels great, as soon as you're without something, like you feel the effect, you're not at 100% anymore.
So true.
Which is,
like how you feel when you don't work out.
Me?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, not me. I could go weeks without working out. I feel just as good as I do right now. Okay.
But wait, I have one
go
thing.
ahead.
So we went over the cost, but one thing that we've learned, and I always say that Thrive transforms your body from the inside out. So first, it fills in all the nutritional gaps. It gets you back to, let's just say it brings you up to 0 with no caffeine. I cut out the 5-hour energy drinks. I cut out the afternoon crash, all of that good stuff. So let's just say it gets you back to 0. Once you start feeling good, then you want to start feeding your mind the right things. And so if you look at the cost of, what does it cost me to get started? Well, what does it cost you if you don't get started? And looking back, I can't even imagine. It would have cost us, an entirely different life, an entirely different mindset. Our parenting would have been different. Our marriage would have been different. Everything would have been different if we wouldn't have started with Thrive.
Yeah, so we're going to talk more about that and all the different things that have changed.
There I go, going off script again.
But first, I want to say a couple more things about the business, which is, yes, it was free. No yearly fee, no website fee, no stockative inventory. The next thing that we started digging in and finding out was the fact that other people would succeed quickly. Mm-hmm. And in the other business that I had been in, it was mostly just women in a certain economic bracket that would have success. They also had to leave their home to have parties. With this company, it was cloud-based.
Multiple times a week.
Right. It was cloud-based. I could work it from anywhere, which means at my kid's soccer game, in between, when I'm sitting in the car with idle time, I could be sending out messages. I could be helping people. The other thing that we realized very quickly was the fact that we would get to help people, and the mission would become bigger than just the paycheck. And that was huge. I remember Ryan saying, we could really help a lot of tired, exhausted moms and dads, because that's what we were back then. Now we've helped thousands of people in all different age ranges. But at that time, that's what we were thinking. And so our mission became bigger than just about the paycheck. But then I got really excited when I was showing Ryan how in the first 2 weeks, people can earn over $660 in bonuses or $1,200 in bonuses by helping out 8 people get started. And we thought, gosh, that money, $1,200 can really change somebody. Most people are $400 away from bankruptcy. And to reverse really quick, Ryan and I have been through that. Like we went through a bankruptcy and had to fold a company and, lost everything. And gosh, what was that? 2006 to 2008. And
January 2009 filed.
Okay. So as you can see, like there's
11 years ago.
Right. And so we've been there. And so we had this heart of like, wow, this could really change the path for a lot of people. And boy, has it. It's been unbelievable. And the second part of the compensation plan, the second jump, the second level is the auto bonus. And like, how awesome has that been?
It's amazing. It's the best.
Yep.
Smile on my face every time I walk out the door.
Yeah, Ryan has a really nice Mercedes and I have a really nice Audi.
But every step of the way, it's been nice.
Totally agree. And the trips that I've been able to earn, and we just got to take our best friends with us because we both earned it. We just went to Mexico on the company. So there's so many great benefits. So let's talk a little.
No other company I've ever heard of, been around, how easy it is. It's like they want you to succeed. I mean, they set these goals and it's multiple times throughout the year. They're also always running some sort of promotion to keep people excited and fresh. And I mean, it's fantastic.
That's such a great point, Ryan, because the company is a debt-free company. Because it's cloud-based, there's not this huge home office that they have to pay for. Our CEOs work from their own home, and so does all of our, cloud office, back support. But the other thing that Ryan just meant about them really wanting to support us and see everybody win, they do put a lot of money back into this business. And the fact that they were able to get to $2 billion in online sales in less than 7 years with this company is unbelievable. And out of that $2 billion, over $1 billion has been given back into payouts to commissions for teams. So it's really unbelievable. So fast forward, we're on the product, we're helping people, we're going on trips, we're seeing the money roll driving nice cars, and all of a sudden, about 3 years, we get the Millionaire Award. We start to see more and more people on our team succeed. At this point, we have 4 of us on this team who've hit millionaire status with this company. And when Ryan mentioned that it's changed us as parents and changed our marriage, can you touch on that a little bit more?
Yes. What specifically would you like me to
just like whatever, I'll fill in the gaps. So just whatever you feel like it's helped change. Before we were like,
So before we're both, you're just surviving. When you have anybody who has young kids, both work full-time jobs, you're like, marriage goes on the back burner and you're just trying to get through the day, make money, not hit anybody on the way to work or home from work because you're so tired, and be civil and nice to your family and kids when you get home, and just make it through 7:30 or 8 when it's bath time and bedtime.
So true.
So just barely surviving. So that's where we were before. Where we are now, we have energy for each other. And I have to say something because I'm thinking about it right now. The associations, the people that you will meet within Lavelle has elevated our mindset, our relationships, our marriage, Blair individually, because the people that are around you all want to help you. They all want to get better. They all want to grow. They're constantly sharing ideas. And when you start to snowball and feed off each other, then that just, helps everybody increase momentum and you get where you want to go faster.
So true. And so because we started to have this, energy and then like Ryan had shared earlier, we started reading and all of a sudden it was like, oh, I didn't need to crash on the couch at night. I can actually stay up and read a book. I can start listening to some podcasts. All these things started to change for us. And the CEOs of this company are always telling us great books to read or things to fill our mind with, like Think and Grow Rich was new for us 6 years ago, and all these amazing books and things, vision boards that they introduced us to. And all of a sudden we started to see our marriage grow stronger. We saw our relationship get better. We saw us as parents become the parents we truly wanted to be and share with our kids the things that we knew were important that aren't the kind of things that you learn at school, right? And then financially, obviously, we've had great success. This business has completely changed, the outlook and where we are now. But to me, it really all comes back to freedom.
I agree.
Right? And freedom to me is choices.
And options and choices. That's in particular.
Yep. So good. And so that is something that you get out of this business. So if you are, watching this tonight and you have any questions, please let us know. But really for us, it was about options. It was about choices. And our family's been on trips that I didn't even, know these places. I never even really knew that it was a possibility for our family to go on these and to educate our kids and to live a different life than I ever knew myself. Because I grew up in a home where you went to school, you got a job, you stayed at that job for 30 years, and then you retired and you lived off that retirement. And a lot of you guys might be coming from that same mindset of being an employee mindset. And I really had to learn how to go from being an employee to becoming a true business owner that now wants to make sure that we get ourselves into that investment quadrant. And if you guys know the 4 quadrants by Robert Kiyosaki, you know what I'm talking about. I say his name right?
Yes.
Okay. And so, that's really where we are now. So we've had so much growth.
Well, not only that, I don't think how we were brought up, I don't know that exists anymore. No. The go to one company, stay for 30 years, like that's gone. Like now you need to be flexible. You need to be constantly learning so that you can adjust on the fly.
So true. And the fact that,
work from home.
Yeah, Forbes magazine and Inc. and all these other magazines. I mean, three years ago, they have been putting out consistently for the last 3 years that you need to have a side hustle, a side business, another stream of income, because things are going to be changing. That's going to be your new retirement plan. And then boom, everything that hit this last spring that we've been going through these last few months, right, has really shown a lot of people that it's important that you have another stream of income, another way to make money, to generate, with everything going on. So anything else you want to share?
But step one, before any of that, you have to try the product. You have to get on the product. You have to have energy and mental clarity with a simple system that you will stick with. That's what starts it off. So once you have that energy and it continues to grow. So like 6 years in, yes, I feel better. So it's like your valleys keep getting higher. So now it's easier for me to work out than it is to not work out. And any of you that have studied habits know that mentally at one point there comes a point where it's easier for you to do something than to not. Why are you smiling, smirking at me like that?
I'm laughing because he just gulped and it was so loud in my ear. I was trying so hard not to laugh.
I didn't even drink anything.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Oh, I totally agree. It was a great comment. I'm sorry I laughed. I was trying
3 simple steps.
Yes. So if you guys have any questions, please ask below, and we cannot wait to hear about your success story.
Absolutely.
Night.